Hey all, welcome to Forex Billionaire. This is Raghav. Myself, I'm a pivot expert who trades predominantly on pivots. Now we wanted to venture into Forex market, and I wanted to bring some educational videos on the high probability trades using pivots. Now, most of you are aware what are pivots. Just to briefly summarize, these pivots are in place since stock market days, since 1930s, and Frank Ochoa made them very famous in Secret of Pivot Boss. What kind of pivots I use? I use Camarilla pivots and floor pivots. Now, currently, one trading methodology I'm going to teach you is based on the Camarilla pivots. Now, why you need to watch Forex Billionaire? It is because we are 100% educational videos. We are not behind jazzy indicators. We are behind real trading. If you want to learn trading and master yourself, this is your one go to stop. And myself, Raghav, I'm a working professional. I work as a ID senior project manager, and trading is my hobby. And very recently ventured into YouTube channel so that we can build a trading community. Nothing jazzy or nothing saintly about it. Obviously, I'm more interested in the views and your likes, your comments, your constructive criticism. You're free to criticize me, and you're free to help me build my YouTube channel by providing key inputs. So without wasting time, let's go ahead and start. I'm not going to get into what is Forex, what is money. I hope you all know that the current kind of transaction of money is, I think in last 70 years, we might have seen. Before that, it had a different kind of history. So I'm not going to get into history of Forex, but what I'm going to get into is straight away into technical analysis. I'm not going to bore you with jazzy stuff. What you're seeing is Camarilla pivots. What are Camarilla pivots? If you don't know Camarilla pivots, I'm going to bring you a powerful educational video on Camarilla pivots. For now, if you just watch this video till the end, you can start trading the next moment after watching the video. That is a promise I'm going to make you. Now, these Camarilla pivots are very famous because there is a mysticism or some kind of secrecy involved in it, because some people tell that there's nobody who can tell the exact formula of Camarilla pivots, but still we have Camarilla pivots based on some reverse engineering. Almost all brokers will have these pivots. Now, currently I'm using trading view. In this trading view, you can go and use Camarilla pivots, all levels. You're going to get this pivots. Now, in this Camarilla pivots, I am excluding H1, H2, L1, L2, nothing but you see R3, R4, you don't see R2, R1, S1, S2. They are least significant in terms of the trading strategy which we are using. So we are excluding that, and I'm also excluding the central pivot as well. All right, understood? Remove R1, R2, central pivot, S1, S2. I only need R3, R4 above, S3, S4 below. Now, what is R3? R3 means R3 below is sell zone. Whenever price comes to R3, it will get sold. Understand, thumb rule. Whenever price comes to R3, it is going to get sold. Above R3, it is a buy. Above R4, it is a breakout. Remember, you need to train your mind this way so that the probability works in your favor. If you know what is probability, what is stop loss, you will not be surprised. Likewise, S3 is a buy zone. Whenever price comes to S3, people start buying. Below S3 only it will be selling, and below S4 it is a breakout. Remember, easy peasy. Is this easy enough, guys? Once again, below R3 is a sell zone. Once it breaks out, you will start buying. S3 is a buy zone. Below S3 is sell. When price comes to S3, predominantly people buy. All right, S4 below is a breakout, R4 above is a breakout. So each level will act as support and resistance, but remember, R3 is sell, S3 is buy for you. Now, When you see this, I'm not going to tell you what are the candlesticks patterns I'm going to use. All I'm going to use is, based on this understanding, what is a time frame which we need to use for our high probability trade. Now scalpers use 1, 3, 5 minutes. Long-term traders might use 15 minutes, 1 hour, 4 hours. Do you need to watch multiple time frames? No. I don't want you to use any multiple time frames. I want you to stick to 15 minutes where the noise is much less and you see a smooth movement in price action. If it is not smooth, that means there is no trade. It is understood. You can back test. Now what do I need? I need only 20 simple moving average. Now a lot of people don't laugh at me. Yes, simple moving average are lagging. I don't want moving average to take a trade. I don't want EMAs. I don't want VWAP. I don't want you to use anything. I want simple moving averages, because simple moving averages, again, they have been in use since the stock market was formed. One of the reasons maybe because in the month we have 22 days, and this 20-day lot of buyers and sellers use similar to other moving averages or exponential moving averages. Hence, they are famous. So multiple people or multiple traders, when it comes to simple moving average, 20 simple period moving average, they react, so they act accurately most of the time. Hence we are using simple moving average. Do not be high funda guy who tells it's a lagging indicator. Don't go with that kind of mindset, guys. Trading is because of traders and traders decision. Predominantly buyers and sellers collectively make a decision. Hence all these things work. Hope you have this common sense. Now what are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about what is the strategy. The strategy is simple. So whenever price breaks 20 simple day moving average and the pivot, based on the pivot definition, you will be taking the trade. Let's start from today. Now I'm not interested here. I'm not interested in any kind of morning star, evening star, doji, or three black crows, piercing pattern, dark cloud, nothing. I'm not bothered about it. All I'm bothered is price drops to S3. Okay, it finds a morning star, it goes up, and it is closer to 20 SMA. Now below 20 SMA we consider it as selling, above 20 SMA we consider it as buying. Now here I see S3 is what? Below S3 is selling, above S3 is buying, right? Now I am more interested in what is the price action near S3. Now here I see a sharp reversal wick. This is the wick, right? I'm going to make the screen big for you. Now this is the wick. Now a green candle breaks the S3 Camarilla pivot and a 20-day simple moving average, and this is all I need. I'm going to enter here. What will be my stop loss? My stop loss will be below this reversal wick. I'm going to show you the complete charts of several days. You can see how many trades you can get in a day. You may get one trade, you may not get one trade at all, but this is very high probability because it will give you a lot of money. Now, yes, another red candle broke S3. Should I sell it here? Understand this context, guys. This is a wick. We have a support here. Now, when this happens, I want you to be thinking in the direction of the candle breakout of the first candle, because your stop loss is here. Now here, market goes up, you make money. That's all. I'm not interested about any other things. I'm going to teach you the most important candlestick patterns as advised by Frank Ochoa, and I'm going to prove you how to read the candles. Most of them go in a very narrow mindset, but that's for another video. Now watch here. I'm going to make it close. R3 below sell, you know, these are double top reversal wake up, comes down, sharply comes down. I'm not interested in this trade at all. That is up to you. If you have any expertise in price action, you can trade. I am teaching with strategy. When it comes to strategy, you need to wait for the strategy to present itself. Are we using any indicators, any jazzy stuff, multiple indicators? No. See here, market comes, is a M pattern. You can see M pattern, right? M. You have a double bottom and one candle breaks S4. S4 below is a breakout, remember, but above S4, it is a buy zone. You're going to buy here and you're going to keep the stop loss here. Yes, in 15 minutes the stop loss is little wide, but still it has the highest accuracy, hence I'm proposing this. This is not scalping. You have to go for 1:2. It works 1:2. Now let's move on. Now here market is hugging 20 SMA goes up. Do we have any setup here? Any price action telling us a story and breaking the 20 SMA and a pivot? It's not there, so I'm going to skip this. I'm not going to take a trade as per the strategy. Now here below S3 breaks near, sorry, below R3 is sell, S3 is a buy zone, but it breaks S3 also, this one. Now this is where you will be entering, keeping the stop loss above this or above this red candle, the big red candle. Watch this here. Below S4 is a breakout, market goes sideways, and once the S4 is broken, boom. One trade. I'm telling, if you have missed this trade, this also qualifies. A candle breaking the pivot and the 20 SMA will be your entry before the previous swing high or swing low will be your stop loss. We'll move on to next. Now here, S3 below, you know, S3 is a buying zone, but S3 is broken here. 20 SMA first, and again second time a pullback, it breaks, you have money, right? Now again here, it hits your stop loss. It's breaking S4, comes back, hits your stop loss. Now, if you keep the stop loss above, it won't hit, but considering it's sideways with this red candle, it's your stop loss. This is the reality of market. There are no foolproof mechanism. You need to understand the probability and go ahead with a setup which gives you more than 50%. What I am teaching you, it has more than 70% probability. Now, second trade, you get here above R4 buy, you make your money. 1:1, 1:2. It's up to you. Again, here it's in between R3 and S3. It's always range bound. That is the Camarilla pivots. I will teach you a detailed video on that. Now here below R3 is a sell zone. Classical setup. 20 SMA and R3 is broken. The next target is S3. Boom. It tries to go for a pullback. You get some morning star kind of pattern here. Goes, breaks S3 and 20 SMA, you have a trade. Now here one more, it is breaking S4 and above. Towards the end of the day, I'm not asking you for a counter trade, but just showing you how it works. The stop loss is not hit. Even if you're not going to make 1:1 or 1:0.5 also, you're not going to take losses. Below S3, sell. 20 SMA is broken. You have a downtrend. Now here, market, when the 20 SMA is flat, there's no trade. You need to understand it's a whipsaw. Moving averages fail when it is flat, like a straight line. There's no trade at all. Here, below S3 sell, near S3 buy. One candle breaks, but you know, you have a double bottom here, stop loss is here, right? So with this red candle, you're not going to take, but a green candle above S3 is a buy, and you're going to enter because this is a buy. And you'll go up. Now, why I'm not using this stop loss above this, because the S3 and R3 between these zones are very accurate. Whenever price is between R3 and S3, it is a range. If you buy here, majority of the time you will go and face resistance near R3. That's what has happened here. Here, I don't have any trade. You can see here clearly. Here, I'm not interested in all this big fall. That is a different type of trading mechanism. But see here, even despite the fall, despite the big fall, market goes closer to 20-day simple moving average. Here we have one big candle breaking, touching the 20 SMA, or this doji touching the 20 SMA and S5. And then what follows is, if you keep the stop loss here, you have 1:2 here. That is what I'm trying to prove. Similarly here, sideway between R3, S3, somewhere here it starts breaking, you have this much amount of money. Pulls back, not interested here. Our condition is met here in the small candle below S3. S3 is a sell, Okay, so you have 1:2. Hope you're able to catch the simplicity of it. I'm not selling you anything just for the sake of it. The simplicity of Camarilla pivots across the world. If you go through Secret of Frank Ochoa, the real application is this, the way I'm telling you. The areas, watch here, market is sideways between R3, S3, what did I say? Range bound. In this range bound, you have whipsaw, one stop loss hit, one gives you a money, but maybe it's a break even, but this is how the market works. How many stop loss you took so far in 10 days or 15 days? Here, above S3 is buy, near R3, you have one setup touching the 20 SMA and R3. I'm going to make it big. I don't have any music videos, nothing. It's a plain, simple. Please understand that simplicity is the highest level of sophistication, and try to like our videos. I'll be bringing more strategies which are very simple and even a layman can follow. Here, what is it? Takes support along the 20 SMA, keeps going higher. Here, it's a range bound. Here you have the setup where it touches, but still I don't think you had enough money based on this candle. Probably here you would have had 1:1 or 1:1.5. If you're waiting for 1:2, market pulled back and nearly hit your stop loss. Very minimalist. If you're keeping this as the stop loss, your stop loss is not hit, again it goes down. That is the power of the 20-day simple moving average and the Camarilla pivot. Understand this. And last one, guys, last one is 3R3. R3 sells around S3. Don't be objective. Closer to S3, it's get bought, right? It goes up. Okay, R3, the high of the day is broken here. My trade is not here. My trade is here. The 20 SMA tested, you get a morning star kind of pattern. It is not at the low, but it is at the support. But our strategy is 20 SMA and pivot. You have 1:2 or 1:3 profit. I said last one, but yeah, here's an interesting one. Very tight range bound day, stop loss, and this is a high volatility. Nobody can catch this, but still stop loss. And if you are taking 3 trades back to back, probably you would have made your money. But there are market moves where you need to respect the market and stay away from the market. But however, I'm showing regularly. I did not handpick anything. This is USD Japan currency, and you can backtest it on whatever currency you're trading with. And please do comment, because I use this strategy day in and day out on options, but I use different options. I'm relatively new to Forex, but this too works. If you like, please do share, subscribe, and comment. We'll be more than happy to receive your comments and bring you more and more educational video on this. I'm going to bring you a very fantastic Camarilla pivot so that you can understand the Camarilla pivots analysis and how you can identify what can happen tomorrow, what kind of trading day it will be tomorrow. Should you buy, should you sell, all these things, the pivots will foretell you a day before. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Have a good day.